I definitely like the new uniform design. It's different, it's unique. It's a storyline behind the uniform when you look into it. Just the design and the detail of it is amazing. And as a running back, I feel like it presents exactly what I want. I want a uniform that's tight, and I feel snug in my uniform when it's over the shoulder pads, and the flexibility is there. Protection is there, and it's not hindering me from doing what I do best. It means a lot to be a Nike athlete. It's a blessing. Something I always dreamed about growing up, watching the Nike commercials, Penny Hardaway commercials, all those, and to be able to be with an elite group of guys, it's a blessing. Yeah, it feels good to be able to give the insight and then see, the product come, and see the reality come. Okay, well, they really, was listening to what I had to say, and you feel good because you're part of the family. You're able to put in your input, and you see it come to pass, and you're able to go out there, and now you're more comfortable as a player, and that's exactly what being with the family brings to the table for me. But if you are a true Viking fan, you would definitely love the new jerseys.
The design of the new Nike uniform, I think, for the Minnesota Vikings is very cool. And I think what it tried, what Nike really did, and I think they hit home with is that design kind of calls back to the heritage of the Vikings. The shaping along the arms and the shoulders kind of tends to give you that view of the horn, and then the needling and thread on the inside of the collar, to me looks like something we printed on a Viking ship. I think that those are things that kind of call back to what the heritage kind of resembles, and also just the simplicity of it. They kind of took away the frills and kind of just made it bare bones. But in a way, by doing that, they made it really kind of harken back to what it stands to be a Viking.
Nike works very closely and very collaboratively with teams and organizations, leagues, owners, athletes. And for the Vikings process, it was very much a collaborative effort between what the Vikings saw and wanted to accomplish and sort of return to some of their time where their franchise were at its best, at its simplest design, and reflecting a cultural element a little bit closer to with our current uniform. And then the NFL, that this whole idea that they can take and we can use color in a different manner, and we kind of bring that together with nuances of font, and it really kind of this collaborative effort came to light. The Vikings wanted to have a greater representation with their culture. They wanted their uniform to reflect their culture. They wanted the simplicity of design, the directness to reflect some of their history and their heritage. if you start to look at holistically at the uniform, the Vikings, and you start to see it in terms of a storytelling vehicle, you'll first see the interest of the color. So the brighter gold through there makes the purple brighter. The simplification of a single color font on the jersey makes the uniform a little bit more simple, a little bit more modern, and a little bit more a better designed in terms of that aspect. Then when you sort of again look at the nuances of finish, the satin finish of the helmet refers back to a Vikings helmet that was much more of a low finish. The horns on the side of the logos on the side of the helmets have more sheen and a greater sort of sparkle. It takes light differently. Again, much like a Vikings hat would have done with an actual animal horns. Those types of elements, when you look at that head to toe, gives a simplicity to design, a nuance of finish and detail and color, and that brings it together to make a proud statement.
The design process has changed dramatically from the time I started back in the mid-70s. The Nike team came in full force. They came in with a number of people with a number of different ideas and presented them to a number of different employees in the Viking organization, letting a lot of people take a look and have a say. So they really took a lot of information back from the organization before they came back to show us anything. I think it'll come through to the fans, the history of the team, the Scandinavian roots, the nuances of the jersey that kind of fit that Viking ship. I think they'll see it, and I think people will come to know it. They studied the area, they studied the people, which really includes the fan base, to try and design something that was going to fit, not only please the players, but fit the fans that they would really be proud of.